guard, a 5'7" junior, number 0, Lauren Mullen.
This side needs to be on. It's like, it's fine.
At guard, a 5'7" senior, number 4, Maria Serra. At guard, a 5'8" freshman, number 12, Emma Dizowski. At guard, a 5'11" junior, number 13, Maddie Dizowski. And at guard, a 5'9" sophomore, number 22, Olivia Westphal. The Blackhawks are coached by John Burke. She's assisted by Josh Kaczynski and Matt Packer. And the starting lineup for the goal, represent their Lady Panthers. At forward, a 6'2" senior, 00, Sarah Rice. At guard, a 5'5" senior, number 4, Allison Delacari. At guard, a 5'7" senior, number 11, Marlon McClintock. At guard, a 5'7" senior, number 15, Lindsay Myers. And at guard, a 5'7" senior, number 23, Cassie Gonzalez. The Lady Panthers are coached by Pete Sirio. He's assisted by John Fontana, Ryan Moriana, Ashley Zemma, and Justin Bremba. Tonight's officials, Bridget Borelli, Alec Paczynski, and Dean Gilmore.
And that pretty much brings us to us. Welcome, ladies and gents. Welcome back to Upper St. Clair High School, home of the Panthers, where it is once again Section 2 girls basketball night. Kevin McGahey, my name, behind the microphone. Kira Hughes doing the camera work for us tonight as we bring in this contest between the homestanding Panthers in the white jerseys and our neighbors from just across the other side of the mall, the Blackhawks of Bethel Park High School. Bethel Park currently residing in second place in Section 2. Upper St. Clair fourth, I think, middle of the pack. Headed for the playoffs, we hope, and this promises to be a good contest. Bethel Park playing with youth, and the Upper St. Clair Panthers playing with age. Upper St. Clair starts 5 seniors, and if you've watched these telecasts, you already know who they are. But for Bethel Park, it is 1 senior, 2 juniors, a sophomore, and freshman, number 12, Emma Dizowski. The Dizowski sisters are playing right now. It is the Panthers right to left as we opening the opening tap. Sarah Price has it. Bethel Park snatches it out of midair and on the drive. Coming up short is number 22, Olivia Westphal for Bethel Park, rebounded by the Panthers, and easy does it into the forecourt. You'll notice number 4, Allison Delacari, wearing a protective mask. She took an elbow, we think, in the mug a couple of weeks ago, and does that as a precaution. Lindsay Meyer with a 3-point attempt, no good, rebounded by the Blackhawks. And here comes Bethel Park, number 4, Maria Serra, into the forecourt against the Panther man-to-man defense. So we'll see how this progresses now. For 3, that was off the hands of Olivia Westphal. Rebounded by Bethel Park on the offensive rebound, and zipping it out of bounds was number 12, Emma Dizowski. So the ball belongs to the Panthers. No scoring so far here early in the first quarter. Just a minute gone, and it'll be Lindsay Meyer on the inbound to Allison Delacari. Easing it into the forecourt across the timeline against the Bethel Park man-to-man. Marlon McClintock down low to Sarah Price. She gathers it in but takes an extra step. Yeah, the ball was a little bit over her head. Sarah had to stretch for it, took the extra step, and the turnover gives the ball back to the Blackhawks. Maria Serra, number 4. Brings it across the timeline. Marlon McClintock with the defense. The drive and across to the far side. Underneath now. Hip check and a beauty by our own Sarah Price. It's a non-shooting foul. That'll be Sarah's first foul, first team foul. Oh, it is a shooting foul. My goodness, it was on the floor, but apparently ruled a shooting foul. It'll be shot by number 13, Maddie Didzowski. First free throw up and good, and she opens up the scoring. Well, that just shows why I'm an announcer and not a referee. All right, I know it was a shooting foul the whole way. Second free throw is up and right through the net, 2-0. Bethel Park with the early lead. Panthers with the ball. Full court pressure put on by the Blackhawks. Double teaming the ball. Marlon McClintock dribbles out of it. Nicely done. Allison Delicari now in the forecourt. Lindsey Meyer, little runner in the lane. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Emma Didzowski. 4-3 if it goes. Off the rim, no good. But another offensive rebound by Bethel. Another three-pointer from the baseline rim, no good. And another offensive rebound. Well, the Panthers need to get on the top of that situation. And where are we now? A third offensive rebound and a block by Sarah Price without foul, and that's how it's done. And a held ball. Nice quick hands by Lindsey Meyer. And that possession sends the ball Panthers' way. 2 minutes gone, first quarter. It's a 2-0 Blackhawks lead. The Hawks are double teaming the ball in the corner. Allison Delicari's got to get her way out of that. If you're watching, kids, do not get trapped in the corner, and that's Emma Didzowski. And a timeout called by Pete Serio, and I'm sure that's exactly what he's trying to tell his team is you got to dribble through or pass over that double team defense, but first and foremost, to avoid getting trapped in those corners. So we shall see again early. It's real early, 2 minutes gone. In the first quarter, it's a 4-0 Bethel Park lead. But so far, Panthers have to work on some rebounding and breaking that press. Mount Lebanon was in here last week and tried a similar thing. Panthers did struggle with that press and got in an early hole in the first quarter. They played the Blue Devils even the final three quarters, but had some trouble with that full court pressure. Let's see now what Coach Pete Serio has drilled into his charges. It's still the full court pressure. It's like a 1-2-1-1, and that's what it does. It traps in the corners just like that. Marlon McClintock and Allison Delicari's got to dribble out of it. That's how you do it. Marlon McClintock to the forecourt, up and off the glass and in, and that's how you run it. Just like that, Marley McClintock with the first 2 Panther points. Another block by Sarah Price. I've told you this many times this season. Driving and going up against big Sarah Price is not a recipe for success, but Lindsey Meyer has a recipe for success, and a bucket ties it all up at 4 here. Panthers with a man-to-man. Sarah Price, a formidable presence in the paint. Something tells me if Bethel's going to score, they're going to do it from the outside. Like that, a three-point attempt up off the glass, no good. Lindsey Meyer the rebound. Marlon McClintock now with it. 3 minutes gone, first quarter. 4-all. Panthers with the ball. Allison Delicari. Marlon McClintock on the baseline. Panthers need to find a way to get through that man-to-man defense. Panthers, excellent three-point shooters. Let's see what Cassie Cartsona says. Oh, did nothing but air. Rebounded by Bethel Park and ahead. And back out to Maria Cerro, number 4, the senior, with her first bucket. Another chance by Bethel Park. Came all the way out to Sarah Price. She got it. Lindsey Meyer for 3. Rim no good. Sarah Price boxed out by Maddie Didzowski, the older of the 2 sisters. In the baseline, a little runner around and up and in it goes. Maddie Didzowski 4 points for her, and it's an 8-4 Bethel lead after the Panthers came back with 4. Bethel now has taken away with 4. Press broken. Lindsay Meyer down to Sarah Price. Up and off the glass, no good. Lots of Bethel Park hands and a held ball. Nice work there by Cassie Kartsonis. Possession arrow, though, goes Bethel Park's way. Checking in number 10, Casey Bakeza for the Panthers, giving Sarah Price a quick break. 3.5 left, first quarter. Bethel Park across the timeline. Easy does it. To the far side. Nice drive down the floor, and it's an offensive foul. Yeah, Allison Delicari already wearing a mask. Took one for the team right there. Emma Didzowski picks up her first and the first team foul, and it belongs to the Panthers. Lindsay Meyer with it. Back to Delicari. Draws the defense in. Cross-court pass. Cassie Kartsonis with it down the lane and blocked out of bounds from behind by Olivia Westfall. Panthers ball inbounding under their own bucket. Knocked away again. Bethel Park comes up with it and quickly across the timeline. Down the lane, up and off the glass. No good. Held ball, possession arrow. Panthers way this time. (8-4). Bethel still with the lead. 2:50 to go here in this first quarter. Allison Delicari. Oh, a nice little move by Marley McClintock up off the glass and in with the left hand. Marley McClintock, nice head fake, nice drive, and a nice finish. Panthers within 2. 8-6 Hawks. 2:30 to go in this first quarter. Lauren Mullen with it, number 0. With the right hand. A Panther switch looks like to a 2-3 zone. Shot no good. Casey Bakeza to the rebound. Panthers switching it up a bit. Going from man-to-man early on to a 2-3 zone just then. 2 minutes to go now, first quarter. Allison Delicari gathers the ball in. Casey Kartsonis, but stolen away on the anticipation. Up off the glass and in by Olivia Westfall. Her first 2, and the lead's back to 4. 10-6 Bethel, 1:40 left first quarter. Underneath, Casey Bakeza, the drive to the bucket, knocked away and stays with the Panthers. Checking for the Panthers, number 22, Emily Rocco. Allison Delicari with a quick break. For Bethel Park, number 24, Julianne Carbone. Cassie Kartsonis looking for help. Finds Emily Rocco. Lindsay Meyer. Panthers have not taken a 3 yet. Bethel's taken 7 or 8 of them. Emily Rocco on the drive, and she gets the old habeas grabus as she runs down the lane. Let's see who that one's on. It's a shooting foul for Emily Rocco. She will go to the line shooting 2, and the foul is on Julianne Carbone for Bethel. First one back of the rim, no good by Emily Rocco. She'll get the bonus, or the back end there rather. Second one back of the rim, way down in, but out. So the lead's still at 4 for Bethel Park. They've got the ball going left to right. Drive down the lane and blocked by Cassie Kartsonis. Gathered in by Emily Rocco. 3 blocks for the Panthers tonight. That's good handwork without fouling. Holding foul. Cassie Kartsonis with the ball. It's a non-shooting foul.
Fouls on number 22, Olivia Westphal.
Olivia Westphal for Bethel picks up her first. Third team foul. Casey Bacasa gets the inbound back to Emily Rocco. Lindsay Meyer to the hoop, up off the glass, no good. Casey Bacasa the rebound. Blocked, no foul. Bethel Park with it, racing into the forecourt is Maria Cerro. Knocked away, but gathered back in by Bethel, and a little holding call probably by Lindsay Meyer. Quick hands by the Panthers, but just out of reach. Lindsay Meyer picks up her first. 2 team fouls for the Panthers. Right down Main Street, a little layup. Lauren Mullen with her first 2. 5 buckets, 5 different Bethel Park scorers. 12-6 the lead. Panthers with 5 seconds left need to do something. McClintock puts it up, but it is blocked, no shot, and that's how the first quarter will end. It's a 12-6 first quarter lead for Bethel Park. For the Panthers, Marley McClintock, number 11, the senior, leading all Panther scorers with 2 buckets for 4 points. Lindsay Meyer, the other bucket, she's got 2. Emily Rocca went to the free throw line but did not can any. For Bethel Park, spread out scoring. My goodness, Maddie Didzowski, number 13, the junior, leads all Bethel Park scorers with 4 points, and 2 each for number 0, Lauren Mullen. Number 4, the senior Maria Cerro. Freshman Emma Didzowski has 2, and Olivia Westphal, the sophomore, number 22, she also has 2. That all adds up to 12. No real foul trouble. 3 team fouls for the Bethel Park Hawks for 3 different players. 2 for the Panthers, 2 different players. So there's a lot of room left for fouls as we enter the second quarter here. It will be Bethel Park ball. As we start this second quarter, we see the Bethel Park quickness, and the Panthers just have not gotten off any long-range threes yet. All their buckets have been on layups. The close-in stuff. Panthers excellent shooters. Let's see if we can set some picks out there, free up some shooters, and get some that way. Meanwhile, it is Blackhawk ball. Olivia Westphal on the inbounds. Maria Cerro with it. Back to the man-to-man defense. Sarah Price back on the floor. Underneath and blocked by Sarah Price. But somebody got her. It'll be a 2-shot foul. It's either Marley or Sarah. Let's see who gets tagged for that one. It is Sarah Price. That's her second. Maddie Didzowski headed for the free throw line. She's already 2 of 2. Make it 3 of 3. And 5 points. Checking in Casey Bacasa. Cassie Kartsonis to the bench for a quick rest. 13-6 now, Bethel. Second free throw also good. 6 points now from Maddie Didzowski. Panther ball against that full court pressure. Allison Delicari to Casey Bacasa. Back to Marlon McClintock. Ahead. Oh my. I missed that substitution. That's Sarah Steve who checked in. She just took her eye off the ball. And it sailed off her hands and out of bounds. Turnover gives the ball right back to the Blackhawks. Maria Cerro. 4-3 if it goes. It does not. Bethel has taken a bunch, has not made one yet. Casey Bacasa with a rebound. Panthers in an 8-point hole right now. 14-8 Bethel. Casey Bacasa out high. She won't shoot from there. The pass to Marlon McClintock stolen, and a double dribble called as Emma Didzowski got a little overzealous headed down that floor. Turnover gives the ball right back to the Panthers. Allison Delicari double team dribbled right out of it. Good technique there. Panthers with it against that ferocious man-to-man that Bethel's put on. And they stretch it too all the way out to half court. Sarah Steve. Hand check. Called on, I think, number 4, Maria Cerro. Yes, indeed.
Foul shot number 4, Maria Silva.
Her first. 4 team fouls. Panthers still with the ball in their own court. Sarah Steve on the inbound. Marlon McClintock. Sarah Price also has not gotten a shot down low yet. Had it just then, rattled off her hands. Bethel comes up with it. Panthers set up the defense. Lauren Mullen with it. She pulls out to the half-court line. Minute and a half gone. Second quarter. Right down the lane, batted away. That was Maddie Didzowski with it. Sarah Steve up and off the glass. No good, no foul. Marlon McClintock ends up with a rebound. 4-3. Off the bank is open. Yeah. Marlon McClintock now with 7. How about that? Wonder if she called that bank shot. 2 minutes gone now in the second quarter. Maria Cerro with it out front and short off the rim. No good. Another missed 3 by Bethel, and the 2, Sarah Price with the rebound. Gives it off to Marlon McClintock. Back to the Panthers end of the court. Panthers trail by 5, 14-9. Marley on the layup, but blocked. Blackhawks with it again. 4-3. Another miss. Casey Bekeza with the rebound. Allison Delicari with it. Timeout. Coach Pete Serio takes his second of his allotted 5. Now the Panthers, with almost 3 minutes gone here in the second quarter, have 1 bucket. That lovely 3 minute ago by Marlon McClintock. So the Panthers in a little bit of a scoring drought here, but still holding Bethel Park to, well, shooting from outside is what we thought they would do once Sarah Price is on that floor, the impenetrable wall. In this quarter, Bethel has 2 points, only 2 free throws by number 13, Maddie Didzowski. Still no real foul trouble for anybody, but it's a relatively low-scoring contest. We thought this might be a little higher scoring with the Panthers and their shooting, Bethel Park, with their quickness and height. But right now, it's pretty much a standoff. 14-9 Blackhawks. Panthers ball. Allison Delicari in the backcourt. Sarah Price out high. And that pass tipped. Now in the hands of Bethel Park again. Maria Cerro bringing it forward. Blocking foul on probably Allison Delicari. She's the only one in the neighborhood, so yeah. That's her first. Evening it up at 4 team fouls apiece. Maria Cerro, man-to-man Panther defense. Casey Bekeza, and another 3 off the backboard, no good, but an offensive rebound. Blocked by Casey Bekeza. Oh, brother. Even from here 15 rows back, everybody knows that Casey never touched her. But Casey Bekeza picks up the foul. That's 5 team fouls for the Panthers now. And it's Maddie Didzowski again at the line. Misses one. She had been 4 of 4. Substitution for the Panthers. Number 21, Molly James checks in. Molly James, a freshman, 6-footer for the Panthers. Second free throw for Didzowski is good. 5 of 6 from the line now. 7 points for Maddie. 15-9, 6-point Bethel Park lead. Oh, the pass goes over Casey Bekeza's head, and Olivia Westphal gathers it up and in, and Bethel Park has it. 4.5 to go in the half. Maria Cerro outside the three-point arc. She lofts the three, and they make their first one. Maria Cerro with the three. Her 5 points now for Maria. Allison Delicari and a hand check by Maria Cerro. Her second. 5 Bethel Park team fouls, 5 for each team now. Checking back in, number 24, Juliana Carbone. For the Hawks, it's Panther ball, trailing by 9, 18-9. Halfway through quarter number 2. Cassie Kartsonis back on the floor. Lindsay Meyer. Allison Delicari. And a pushing foul, little hand check again. This one by Maddie Didzowski. Her first, but now that's a 6th team foul. The Panthers will shoot bonus free throws on any foul happening now before the end of the half. Lindsay Meyer on the inbound. Cassie Kartsonis gathers it in. 3:30 left in the half. Underneath to Molly James. Up and in it goes. Very nice. And Molly James in the scorebook. 18-11. Panthers trail by 7. Near side, Olivia Westphal with it. And another three goes, but another offensive rebound. My goodness. The balls are just falling right in Bethel Park's hands, no matter how tough the rebound might look. And it's Bethel Park ball out of bounds under their own bucket. Way out front was Emma Didzowski. She gives it off to Lauren Mullen. Underneath, little layup, nice pennant, nice drive and dish. Maddie Didzowski again. 9 points now for Maddie. Leads back to 9, 20-11. Bethel leads. Underneath, Molly James with it. Gets it back out to Allison Delicari for 3. There we go. Finally, the Panthers uncork one. Allison Delicari. Second one, actually. Martin McClintock had one not too long ago. Deficit 6, 20-14. From the baseline, a 3. Rim no good. Molly James with a rebound. Gives it off to Casey Bacasa. Will, of course, give it to Allison Delicari. Two minutes now. 2 minutes in the half. Cassie Kartsonis. Casey Bacasa down the lane. Little spin move. Up and in it goes. Nice, nifty little move by Casey Bacasa. Panthers within 4. 20-16. Oh boy, and the Red Sea parted just like that. Well, Lauren Mullen faked everybody out of their socks that time, and she just had a free lane to the bucket. 22-16, 6-point Blackhawk lead. 1:20 left, first half. Allison Delicari, yep. Victimized by a hip check from Juliana Carbone. And that should be a free throw shooting situation for Allison. Juliana's second personal. Allison to striding to the free throw line. Shooting one a bonus. First one up off the rim, no good. Off a Bethel Park hand out of bounds. The ball stays with the Panthers. Molly James. The freshman bringing the ball in, looking for help. Oh, hands in right off the Bethel. Westphal with a layup and another offensive rebound. Stolen away by Marlon McClintock. And here we go. It's a 1-on-2. She gets help from Lindsay Meyer up off the glass and in. Good look and good finish.
Lindsay Myers.
Nice look by Marley McClintock to make that one happen with 45 seconds to go in this half. 22-18, Panthers back within 4. Down low, a little pushing behind by Casey Bekeza. Really no harm done. It's just Casey's second. Team foul number 6. It's a non-shooting foul. 36 seconds left. Juliana Carbone on the inbound. And it looks like Bethel will hold for that last shot. Olivia Westphal with it. Out beyond, way beyond the three-point arc. St. Clair indifferent about covering. 16 seconds now. Panthers got to be ready. Something quick is going to happen here. Nice play underneath, but the shot does not fall. Good thinking by Bethel. Nice little hook play, but that is how we end. The Panthers with a pretty good quarter. A 16-point quarter, and the first half ends with Bethel Park still in the lead. It's 22-18. Stick with us, everybody. We'll be right back for the second half. You're watching the Upper St. Clair Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. That was a nice little break for us, and of course it's halftime here at Upper St. Clair High School. And for the St. Clair Panthers, we opened up the scoring a little bit in that half, or in that quarter anyway. It was a 12-point quarter for the Panthers. We still trail. It's 22-18 Bethel Park, but the signs are good. The Panthers have woken up a little bit, and the shooting has improved. So far, leading all scorers, Marley McClintock, number 11. She's got 7 points. 4 points for Lindsay Myers. She's got 2 two-point buckets. 3 for Allison Delacari. 2 points each for Casey Bekeza and Molly James, the 6-foot freshman. So far, no points for Sarah Price. She has been single and double teamed all night long down low, making scoring a little bit difficult for her. But so far, let's see if the outside shooting can carry the day here. Casey Bekeza, 2 personal fouls. Sarah Price also 2, 1 each for Lindsay Meyer and Allison Delacari. Not much of a threat there. For Bethel Park, leading the way right now, number 13, Maddie Didzowski. 5 points to number 4, Maria Cero. 4 for 0, Lauren Mullen. And we are ready to go here. Panthers open up the second half with the ball, and then the white jersey now left to right across your video screen. That's a good chance for the Panthers to get back within 2. We can fight our way through that defense and get ourselves a bucket right here. Marlon McClintock with it. Cassie Kartsonis on the far side. Allison Delacari. Panthers playing the weave game out front, looking for an opening. Cassie Kartsonis does not take it. Bethel Park, tight defense even outside the 3-point arc, trying to cut down the Panthers' 3-point shooting. Delacari again. Lindsay Meyer down the lane, up off the glass. No good. Sarah Price the rebound. And the putback. There. Sarah Price with a putback and off the schneid. Her first points of the match. And the Panthers within 2, 22-20 Bethel. Maria Cero outside the 3-point arc. Man-to-man back put on by the Panthers. 4-3, rim no good. Oh, another offensive rebound, though, by those Hawks. My goodness, they've got a ton of them tonight. Maria Cero again outside the 3-point arc. Minute and a half gone, third quarter. Underneath, a little off the glass. It comes up short. Marlon McClintock with a rebound. That intimidating Sarah Price presence under the bucket, I'm sure had a little bit to do with that. So Panthers can tie this up now with a good, well-placed 2-point bucket. Allison Delicari. To the far side, Marlon McClintock. Oh, underneath to Sarah Price, but batted away by Maddie Didzowski. Panthers ball under their own bucket. Trailing by 2. Into Sarah Price. Fouled. It'll be a 2-shot foul by Sarah Price. Nice hands to grab that thing up high. That foul on Maddie Didzowski. That's her second. First team foul this half. And Sarah Price will shoot 2. First one, good. Just snuck it over the rim. 3 points now for Sarah, and she can tie this match up with a free throw right here. And she does. Nothing but net. Good form, good result. 22 all in this low-scoring affair. Bethel now with the ball. Maddie Didzowski does not challenge Sarah Price on the D on the drive. From the baseline, an extra hop step, but not called. That was Olivia Westfall, her second bucket, 4 points, and a quick timeout called by Coach Jonna Burke of Bethel Park. 24-22 now. Sarah Price in the scorebook. That means 6 Panthers now in the scorebook tonight. That's good when you can spread it out that way. For Bethel, only 5 scores in the scorebook. And that's coincidentally their 5 starters. I was warned they didn't go very deep. They've had exactly 1 substitute off the bench. That number 24, Juliana Carbone. Other than that, it's been the 5 starters all night long. Panther ball under the Bethel Park bucket. Marley McClintock the inbound to Lindsay Meyer, right back to Marley. And it looks like the Bethel Park, the Hawks have set up a 2-3 zone, really. We shall see about that. Now Allison Delicari for 3. Just off the rim, no good. Double bounce. Who's got it? Sarah Price with it knocked out of her hands and gathered in by Olivia Westfall. Poked away by Lindsay Meyer, but right back to Bethel. Nice nifty move off the glass and in. Maria Cerro. 7 points now for Maria, and that lead is back to 4, 26-22. Marlon McClintock loses it and just muffs it out of bounds. Yep. Bethel got a hand in there. Marley unable to control it, and it is Black Hawk ball. Maria Cerro with it. 3 minutes gone now, third quarter, 26-22 Blackhawks. Maria Cerro, man-to-man, Panther defense. Nice little give-and-go play, and it works. Run that one back in slow motion, everybody. That's the infamous give-and-go. And it was a free layup to the bucket. That's what happens when you're just alert enough to do that. 6-point lead now for Bethel. Far side, Cassie Kartsonis. Lindsay Meyer, ball knocked away, no foul called. Halfway through this third quarter from the baseline. Maddie Didzowski, no good. Sarah Price the rebound. Cassie Kartsonis back to Allison Delicari. 3:40 now left, third quarter. Oh, into Sarah, but knocked away. Nice anticipation by Maddie Didzowski. Oh, nice anticipation by Marley McClintock to snatch that one out of thin air and avert a possible layup. Nicely done. Good timing. Marley underneath Sarah Price. Knocked away and out of bounds. Stays with the Panthers. Casey Bakeza will check in. Sarah Price will take a quick break. Also back in for Bethel, the one sub, Juliana Carbone. 28-22, Panther ball under their own bucket. Casey Bacasa gets the inbound. Allison Delicari pulls it out. 3 minutes left, third quarter. Panthers burning up time here and not scoring in the bargain. 2:50 left in the third. 2-3 Bethel Park zone. I think the Panthers might be trying to pull that zone out. For three, yes! Cassie Cartsonis draining the three. She's in the scorebook for the first time tonight. 2.5 left. 28-25 Bethel. Underneath. Cassie Cartsonis thought had a pretty good block there, but it got some hand, wrist, elbow, arm in the works. So Cassie Cartsonis picks up her first. First team foul of the half. And it'll be Emma Didzowski. Shooting two. First one rattles in. 3 points now for Emma. She'll get the back end. Second one is good. 6 points for Emma Didzowski. 30-25, 5-point Bethel Park lead. Another one of those threes would be nice. Down the lane, Cassie Cartsonis puts it up. Comes up just short, but off a Bethel hand, out of bounds to the Panthers under their own bucket. Oh, underneath the Casey Bacasa, just a bit long over her head. Out of bounds to the Hawks. For three, rim no good, and again, Bethel's taken a bunch, made only one. Lindsey Meyer with it. Allison Delicari pulls up short of the three-point arc. Lindsey Meyer for three off the backboard, just touched it, no good. Bethel with a rebound and a 3-on-1 break. Allison Delicari with a D, but not enough. That was Maddie Didzowski. 11 for Maddie, and they also snatch away the inbound pass. It'll be Bethel Park with a 7-point lead and the ball. Timeout, Bethel Park. 32nd, but the Panthers just were not alert that time on the inbound. Bethel comes away with it and a chance to really create a 4-point play here. 32-25, 10 points in the quarter for Bethel. 7 in the quarter for your Panthers. And it was nice to see Cassie Cartsonis with a three. That's 3 threes on the night for the Panthers. Allison Delicari with one, Marlon McClintock with one, and now Cassie Cartsonis. Bethel Park has hoisted up a bunch, but they've only drained one from Maria Cerro back early in the second quarter. Only one personal foul, one team foul each for each team so far this half. And it's almost over. 1:20 left is all we've got to go in this third quarter. Bethel Park's got the box inbound set up. Panthers pick him up man-to-man. The old crisscross and down the lane. Yeah, that works. Maddie Didzowski gets the inbound, puts it right back up over Casey Bacasa. And the lead is 9. I think that's largest of the night with an 8-point lead early in the first half. Pass thrown away. Oh, checking in was Emily Rocco. Sorry about missing that substitution. Bethel underneath now, and with the left hand up, no good off the rim. Cassie Cartsonis comes away with a rebound. 51 seconds left, third quarter. Marlon McClintock gathers it in, gets it over to Emily Rocco, but she takes an extra step. Traveling violation. Gives it right back to the Blackhawks. Checking in, Sarah Steve, number 3. Emily Rocco out for the time being. Maria Cerro. 32 seconds left. I suspect Bethel will take all of that for a final shot of the quarter. Well, maybe not. Off the glass and in. Wow. Zipping down the lane, Olivia Westphal. 4 points this quarter, 6 in the game, and the lead is now 11. Off the hands of Maddie Didzowski, out of bounds, and with 6.5 seconds left, Panthers with one last dash at it. Sarah Price checks in. Allison Delacari out. So the size is in right now for the Panthers. Sarah Steve on the inbound. Finds Casey Bekeza. Back to Sarah Steve. Dribbles down the lane, up and off the glass, and just off the rim, no good. And that is how the third quarter will end. Bethel Park with 14 points in the quarter has an 11-point lead at the third quarter break. It's 36-25 Panthers with a bit of a scoring issue in that quarter. Only 7 points in the quarter. 4 scored by Sarah Price and a 3 by Cassie Cartsonis. Marla McClintock still leading all Panther scores with 7. 4 each for Lindsay Meyer and Sarah Price. 3 each for Allison Delacari and Cassie Cartsonis. 2 each for Molly James and Casey Bekeza. No serious foul trouble. Sarah Price still the same 2 she had in the first half. Same thing for Casey Bekeza. She also has 2. Panthers outscored in that quarter 14-7, and that's what's gotten us this 11-point deficit. It was a close first half, but now can the Panthers battle back with some tighter defense and a little scoring punch? It'll be Blackhawk ball to start this fourth quarter. On the inbounds, right to left again in this second half. Maria Cerro with it. Marlon McClintock, the man-to-man defense. Cerro pulls it up out to the midcourt line. Nice crossover dribble, does not take the shot. Lauren Mullen now on the far side. Drives the lane, gives it up. Sarah Price snatching it out of thin air. Panthers now with it. 30 seconds gone. Sarah Steve with it. A bucket would be nice right here to eat into this, a double-digit deficit. Sarah Steve over the top to Cassie Cartsonis. Bethel Park stretching that defense. Poked away. Sarah Steve with it. Not over and back. None underneath to Sarah Price. She's fouled by Olivia Westphal, number 22. Her second. Sarah Price to the line. Shooting 2 already, 2 for 2 from the line tonight. With the left hand, first one comes up just a bit short. Sarah will get the back end. Oh, back of the rim end, good. Sarah now with 5 points, 3 of 4 from the line. 36-26. Can the Panthers do that again? Get the defense without, put on the clamping D without letting Bethel get a shot. Lauren Mullen out to the three-point arc. Panthers making him use up a bunch of time. Minute and a half gone, fourth quarter. The clock right now is Bethel Park's sixth player. Westfall gives it up to Maria Cerro, drives the lane from about 8 feet, rim, no good, and yet another offensive rebound by Bethel. The offense resets. Lauren Mullen outside the three-point arc. Sarah Steve with the defense. Olivia Westfall, 4-3 in the baseline, no good. Batted away from Sarah Price, but it will be St. Clair ball. 5:53 left in the contest. 36-26. Panthers could use a bucket right about now. To Cassie Cartzonis, 4-3. Front of the rim, no good. Bethel with a rebound, quickly into the forecourt. Maria Cerro with it. She pulls up at the three-point arc, no drives to the bucket. Oh, knocked away by Lindsay Meyer, but gathered right back in by the Hawks. Panthers are going to have, not going to be able to put the Blackhawks at the free throw line. Only one team foul this half. Underneath, up, and in it goes. Emma Didzowski.
Basket number 12, Emma Didzowski.
8 points for Emma. 3 minutes gone, fourth quarter. Oh, the pass underneath, stolen away. Bethel Park coming the other way, underneath on the fast break, up and in it goes. Lauren Mullen with the bucket, 6 points for her. And a timeout called by Coach Pete Serio. I know he was hoping to put a more clamping defense on, and so far it's just 1 point in the quarter for the Panthers, 4 in the quarter for Bethel Park to stretch that lead now to 14. It was 11 at the end of the quarter. Marley McClintock still leading all Panther scorers with 7 points. No serious foul trouble. 2 for Sarah Price still, 2 for Casey Bekeza, and a smattering of others. But right now, here we are with about 5 minutes to go in the game, and Panthers only one team foul. Let's see if Coach Pete's going to actually send them out there to create the fouls, get Bethel Park on the free throw line as a technique to maybe get back in this game. This was a close first half, and the Panthers ended up having some trouble scoring, and Bethel Park with some steals, fast breaks, and good buckets to stretch that lead to 14. It's 40-26. 4 minutes, 51 seconds left. Panthers needing a bucket. Marley McClintock. Easy does it across the timeline. Lindsay Meyer pulls back up. It's that ferocious Bethel Park defense, and they're not even fouling. They're just bugging that ball, double teaming the ball now. Lindsay Meyer, 4-3, rim no good. Casey Bekeza with a rebound, back to Lindsay Meyer in the corner. Drive to the hoop, off the glass, no good. Off Bethel Park, it's still St. Clair ball under their own basket. 4:20 left. Still 40-26. Casey Bekeza with it. To the bucket, off the glass, and in. Marley McClintock with that left hand. First point since the second quarter for her. 9 now for the game, and it's a little blocking foul by Casey Bekeza. No real harm done, except that's her third. Only the second team foul with halfway through this fourth quarter. Panthers double teaming the ball in the forecourt. Underneath, Lauren Mullen with it, just dribbles it over to the sideline. Oh, and out of bounds. Panthers get one there. An error by Bethel. Ball thrown away. And it'll be St. Clair ball, trailing by 12 now, 40-28. Blocking foul by Maria Cerro. Her third. Third team foul for the Hawks. Lindsay Meyer on the inbound, 3.5 to go. Allison Delacar comes up just short. Cassie Cartsonis keeping the ball alive, but right back to the Bethel Park Hawks. To the far corner and up for the jumper rim, no good. Batted out of bounds by Bethel Park. It'll be St. Clair ball again. But time's a wasted now. 3:15 to go. Panthers need 12. They can only get them 2 at a time. Let's see if the Panthers can get off a good shot now against this defense. Skip pass, Lindsay Meyer with it to the bucket, and she'll get a hip check. That should be a 2-shot foul. Nice drive by Lindsay Meyer. That foul's by Maddie Didzowski, her third. 4 team fouls, and Lindsay Meyer shooting 2. First one back of the rim, but just off. She'll get the second. Also a little hard, but Casey Bekeza the rebound, and the putback. That comes up short. Bethel with the rebound. Under 3 minutes to go. 40-28 Bethel. Maria Cerro, but Bethel Park brings it right back out. They're going to chew up some more time. Try to catch the Panthers napping here on the defense, just like that. Maria Cerro on the drive, up off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound and a traveling call. Little happy feet going on there underneath the basket. It'll be St. Clair ball with 2:25 remaining. Allison Delacari. Lindsay Meyer. Nice drive, nice left hand, nice bucket by Lindsay Meyer. Everything worked on that. Nice little drive, nice runner. Panthers back within 10, 40-30. St. Clair takes a full timeout now. So what we've got here is 2 minutes, 8 seconds left. The possession arrow goes the Blackhawks' way. Panthers just got back-to-back buckets. That eats into that 14-point lead, making it only 10. Bethel Park's only scored 4 this quarter, 5 for the Panthers. Marley McClintock still leading all Panther scorers with 9. Sarah Price with 5. Lindsay Meyer, by virtue of that bucket she just had, she has 6. And again, no real foul trouble to worry about. Casey Bekeza with 3, but the situation is the team fouls. Panthers only have 2 team fouls, so they're not likely to get to send Bethel Park to the line for some free throws. They'll have to do it with steals, Bethel Park errors, or some other way to get that ball back, unless they decide to have 5 quick personal fouls in succession here. We shall soon see what Coach Serio has drawn up on the old team clipboard. 2:08 to go. in the contest. 40-30 Bethel. Blackhawks with the ball. Full court pressure by St. Clair. Maria Serra with it. Ball double teamed. Bethel gets it across the timeline. There's number 1, Allison Delacari on the reach in. Her second. Third team foul. 2 minutes to go now. A little foul by Marlon McClintock that time. That seems to what we're going to try to do, is get Bethel to the free throw line. 4 team fouls now for the Panthers. 3 to go till they shoot free throws. Nice little hook move and a bucket by Olivia Westfall. 8 for Olivia, 42-30, 12-point Bethel lead. Ball knocked away and gathered in. And Bethel will bring it out with 1:38 to go. Maria Serra looks like the Panthers will not foul. Serra again. 1:22 to go, 42-30. Down the lane, there's a foul. It'll be a non-shooting foul. Marley McClintock picks up her second. That's team foul number 5. It is a shooting foul. Not much of a shot. I think thought she was well still on the floor, but it's a shooting foul for Maria Serra. First one's a miss. She'll get one more. Just sneaks it over the rim. Panther ball trailing by 13, 43-30, 1 minute and 15 seconds to go. Marlon McClintock for 3. Quickly up and down it goes. Wow, 12 points now for Marley. Panthers within 10, 43-33, 30-second timeout. Panthers have 1 remaining after this. It'll be Bethel ball. Let's see if the St. Clair Panthers quickly foul. They'll have to do it twice to get Bethel to the line. It's only 48 seconds to go. And a 10-point deficit. Don't know what Coach Siri's taking at full time to make this all happen. But it's now 12 points for Marlon McClintock and 2 personal fouls. Casey Bicasa with 3, Allison Delacari 2, Sarah Price 2, not on the floor right now, so it's the quick team, the hands team for the Panthers. Checking in number 22, Emily Rocco. She has no fouls yet. Full court pressure by the Panthers. Olivia Westfall on the inbound. Panthers double team the ball. There's the foul. Let's see. It looks like Marley McClintock picks that one up. Her third. Now, the next foul puts the Hawks at the free throw line with 1:02 to go. Maria Serra with it in the backcourt. Panthers double team the ball. She makes it across the timeline. There's the reach-in foul by Emily Rocco, her first. Now it's a 1-on-1 situation for Bethel. Checking in Molly James for some rebounding for the Panthers. The 6-foot freshman. Emma Didzowski makes the first one. She'll get the bonus. 9 points now for Emma, the freshman. Second one also good. Double digits now, 10 points for Emma Didzowski. 45-33 Bethel. Good look underneath, but snatched away by Olivia Westphal. Bethel with it again in the forecourt. Ball double teamed. It'll be Lindsay Meyer, I think, with that pushing foul. It'll be a shooting foul. It's one bonus. Yep. Lindsay Meyer picks that one up. Her second. Team foul number 8, so it's 1 in bonus. Not the double bonus yet. Lauren Mullen at the free throw line. No free throw attempts yet so far tonight. First one up and good. For the Panthers, number 20, Bella Goldman. Allison Delicari to the bench. Second one also back at him, rattles home. Lauren Mullen makes them both. 8 points for Lauren tonight. 33 seconds to go. Panthers with the ball. Cassie Kartsonis for 3, just short off the hands of Maddie Didzowski and out of bounds. Checking in quickly, number 24, Julianne Carbone, and number 5, Mallory Locke for the final 26 seconds of this contest. Lindsay Meyer in. Molly James with it. 25 seconds to go. Molly to the bucket. Up off the glass, just short. Blackhawks with the rebound. 18 seconds to go. That should pretty much do it. 47-33. That probably will finish things off here. Bethel won't shoot. Panthers won't foul. 9-8. And it was a spirited game tonight, at least for the first half. The Panthers were in this thing. But Bethel Park, as the second half elapsed, just too strong. And the final score, Bethel Park comes into our gym and walks away with a 47-33 victory. Marley McClintock leading all Panther scores with 12 points. 5 for Sarah Price, 4 for Lindsay Meyer, Cassie Kartsonis with 3, Allison Delicari with 3, Casey Bekeza with 2, and Molly James, the freshman, with 2. Well, we hope you enjoyed tonight's contest. We're about halfway through the season. Still a lot more basketball to come here on Upper St. Clair's Cable 7. Kevin McGahey is my name. Kira Hughes behind the camera, your videographer for tonight. And, of course, the production talents of Upper St. Clair's Cable 7. Thanks again for watching, everybody, tonight. It was a good-spirited contest. We hope you'll be with us for future upcoming Upper St. Clair basketball contests. Thanks again, everybody, and good night.